Well, so welcome all to this session. I'm really happy to be offering this session for Dharma Kosha. I've been working there as a teacher for many years, and this March I was due to be there for 2 weeks in 2 different retreats, and I wasn't there, so I couldn't leave the retreat. So disappointing, but I hope to be there in next September. And I'm happy to that you've joined this class. So let's take a seat, cross-legged, if possible. And most of you probably familiar with yoga, and you may know how to adapt your positions. Unfortunately, it's a bit more limited what I can offer in that sense from the distance, but I'm sure we can still have a good practice. So before we start, I just want to mention something that probably all of you know, and it's how much strongly connected the breath is to our mind and the breath is to our heart, yes? And how emotions have breath patterns, and they fluctuate throughout the day. According to our mental state, our emotions, our breathing is constantly changing, yes? So when we come to practice, what we want to do is somehow create a more steady or stable or harmonious way of practicing that can somehow bring a groundedness and a stable base to ourselves. So I'm gonna invite you to start with a mudra. So you're gonna bring the hands together and then interlace your fingers, yes. And then the heart finger or the middle finger is both are going to lift up, yeah, and pointing up, and the other fingers are interlaced. And your hands come towards your chest, your sternum bone, lifting the elbows a little bit up. And so there you have your hands together. And this is a mudra which is called Matangi mudra. Matangi is one of the names of the Divine Mother in Hindu mythology. Also very similar also to Tara in more the Buddhist tradition. So your hands resting towards the heart, and the pads of the fingers pressing to each other. And just feel the space inside the chest, how it expands with the in-breath. And how it lets go with the exhalation. And as you breathe in deeper, at the end of that inhalation, there is a moment of suspension. Almost you could stay there, and then the exhalation starts. So already try not to stay fixed in one place, but let the breath move your body. Okay, let the hands go down towards the knees. And let's start by circling like a front circle. Circling a little bit. Feeling the sit bones on the ground. And just easy circling. And already start to notice if there is any tension in your jaw, in your neck, in your shoulders. Because yoga is very much a process of becoming aware and noticing. And one thing we can really notice is our body, how we hold it, how we use it. So these circles. And then from this front circle, we come to a full circle. So you feel a bit better the back of your sit bones. And you notice your breath. You could even place the hand in your heart area and your chest. And allow this to be like a rocking movement that brings some soothing quality to your back, to your neck. Great. And then come back to the center. Put the hands on your knees. And as you exhale, you can round your back. And then you inhale and you go forward. And you go forward with the chest. Almost like you go forward from here. Yes. And then you exhale and you can round. And inhale and go forward. So today we're going to work a lot with spine articulation, which is one of the bases of my practice, of also what I teach, because this is really essential for health. So you inhale and you go forward. You start to have a sense of the curves of your spine. What is curving in one direction, in another. In rhythm with your breath. And then come back to the center, take the arms up, you can put the hands together or interlock the thumbs. And this reaching up, leaving the pelvis down, settling on the ground. And even in here, just try to create again some of this circling. But now the circling is of the torso, not of the pelvis, but of the torso. Yeah, that's great. I can see everybody's circling. Yeah. And then you bring the arms down, so you bend at the elbows and you find this folding of your arms. And again, inhale. And then as you exhale, it's like finding the folding of the arms. Inhale, exhale. Synchronizing breath with movements. Inhale, exhale. And then stay there, so your arms are a little bit back, but not so much that you push the chest forward. And you can open the palms. Feeling into the palms of your hands opening. And release the arms. Okay, let's go into hands and knees. So here we'll work again with the spine articulation. So what do I mean by that is we have this long spine with many different bones, having in between them this lovely fluid that allows us for movement, and we want to articulate it, yes? So we want to allow movement. So as you exhale, you can open the chest. As you inhale, you round. Exhale. Inhale. Pressing well with the hands on the floor, without going into any extremes with your movement. So exhale, inhale. See if you can start to have a fluidity in the way your spine moves. So it's not like tuck and then tuck, stop and end, yeah, and tuck, but it's like one continues into the other, like the waves. When you look at the waves in the sea, it's not like they stop and then the next one comes, yeah? It's a continuation of movement. So the body loves that continuation of movement. Next time you go with the round back, you stay with the round back, and you start to bring your buttocks towards your heels. Keep the hands on the floor, so you find other stretches across your back, and even the back of the neck. And then again, you inhale and you go forward, open the chest, round back, Keep it round, go towards the heels. Then going forward, open the chest. Exhale, going back. Inhale, going forward. Exhale, going back. And again, make also this fluid movement, no end or beginning of it, but a continuation. Notice the pattern of your breath. We are gonna keep it very light, almost like this is so easy to do. You could do it for the whole day. You put little effort in it. You do it, but it's without effort. And now what we'll do is we'll start to put a little bit more effort, so feel more the muscles of your arms especially, but also of your back. So you give a little bit more texture, as almost as if it was a bit difficult to actually go forward and go back. And you start to need a bit more breath to do it. And then go back to the easy version. So you use less effort. Great. And then you stop into the hands and knees. With a neutral spine, what I mean by neutral, I am not looking up, I am not looking down. Yes, I'm somewhere I want to lengthen the spine horizontally. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. And I'm going to put the toes on the floor and press with the toes on the ground. Really feel the toes as if I was scratching the mat with the toes. So I want to really activate the toes in the contact with the floor. Yeah? So keep the toes down and lift the knees a little bit off the floor and move them side to side. Keep the arms strong. So I'm just a few centimeters off the ground. Toes pressing, knees lifted. And then I go down. And if I can, I keep the toes on the floor and I go and sit back on my heels. And this might be excruciating for some of you if there is tension in the toes, so just go and sit back. Otherwise, it's really good practice to keep the feet mobile and healthy. And inhale, take the arms up, reaching. And exhale, bring the arms down. Go into the hands and knees again, toes pressing, and lift just like before. Stay there for a moment. Lift a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more until you come into your dog down position. Hands are pressing, toes are pressing. The knees can be bent. And just find how can you stay there, yeah? What is happening? What do you feel? Is it the legs stretching? Is it maybe a pressure in the head? Depending on how we are today. And then come back to the floor. And you can sit again. Cross leg. And put the arms forward, closing the hands, making a fist, and rotating the wrist, articulating, yeah? With the hands closed or hands open, just changing the direction. Little shake of the hands. Sometimes it's too much pressure after this drop down. Okay, great. Little shake of the shoulders. Mobilizing the shoulders. And then starting to get warmer in the body. And then put the hand to the side. And take the arm up. Yeah. And stretch the side body. Here, watch that you don't lift the shoulder up. Yeah? The shoulder stays down. And extend, and extend, but I don't know how well you can see me, but I'm not just there waiting till I say, okay, now do the other side. I am searching for movement. Yeah, so this is also my invitation today, is to not to wait until the end, but it's like, oh, a little bit more, and then I go back. And so this way, more muscles, more forgotten muscles can be waken up. Even my hand, I can feel the hand, feel the fingers. Give life to the whole side of the body. And then come back down. Put the hands on your knees and notice what you feel on the whole one side and the other. And I don't know for you, but wow, for me it's like so different. I have like this feeling like a current of air had gone through. Yeah. So let's go to the other side. Hand on the floor. You can take the arm up in any way that you like. Yeah. So I'm looking for that extension, that lateral extension with mobility, not staying fixed, but like there and there. So even the neck can feel the effect somehow of this lateral extension. And then come back down, hands on the wrist, and notice now how is one side compared to the other side. Take a good breath. And let's go back again into the hands and knees. Pressing with the toes. Lifting the knees and go up into dog down. Don't go into your maximum position, just stay there. And notice the sides of your body that you were lengthening before. How do they feel now? And even in this position, try to get a bit of movement. Yes? Shift the weight a little bit from one foot to the other, from one hand to the other. Yeah, create some movement through your back. Don't keep it fixed, because I want you to do something different today. And most of you just go into a fixed position. So today we are just playing with it. And then come back with the knees to the floor. And you can rest on a child pose, which means knees a bit separate. And the forehead comes down, the arms rest, elbows resting. And there, as you have contact with the head on the floor, you can release the back of the neck. And you can release the mouth. And you can listen to your breath. And then you come up with your head from the floor, and you have your elbows quite close to your knees, your arms in front of you, and you press with the elbows, press with the forearms, and look forward. Not so that you strain your throat. It's a gentle looking forward with your arms down. to activate other part of your arms. Release the jaw. Great. And then go back up. And we play at this movement also. Yes? Toes on the floor. Hands in front of your knees. Strong hands, strong arms. And lifting and then coming down. Lifting and coming down. And find a way to do it that requires the least effort. Of course, you have to push. Yes. And coming down. And you can go back and sit on your heels from there. And rest for a moment. And notice where your attention goes in your body. Does it go? Where does it go? Can you still feel your back? Or we've all gone into the front, into this space here, yeah, and forgotten the space behind. So just a gentle movement. You can actually put your hands on the neck, under your ears, soft contact. We open the mouth a little bit, lips apart, and just let yourself move the neck, feeling the contact of your own hands. But in any exhalation or sigh through the mouth, bringing some softness to the back of the neck. Great. And coming back center, inhaling. As you exhale, you turn to one side. And try to keep this sensation running through the sides of your neck and the relaxation in the mouth and jaw. And we don't need to go too far in this twist. Then come back to the center. And exhale, go to the other side. Come back to the center. Once more to the other side. And this time, don't go into and keep it fixed. Yeah? Find a little bit of movement. How can you move your spine even in this twist? What can you do to create some kind of ondulation? Yes? Can you find some movement of your chest, moving forward, moving back? It might be difficult at first, like, I never moved in this position. Okay, go back to the center. Take the arms up. Looking up with the chest. So looking up with the chest, we get a movement. Yeah, we get a move. Oh. Chest can lift, then go down. Chest can lift, then goes down. And the breath follows. Come back down with the hands and turn to the other side. And try to find that movement you were just doing. Chest can lift a little bit, can go down. And then come back to the center. And let's do again. Downward dog, press down with the hands. Push with the toes on the floor. And you come up because you push. Yeah? Might look quite evident, but sometimes we don't do it. So you push, and you can go back into dog down. Feel the sides of your body. And make some movement with your toes. Lift one foot, then the other, to create some length in the side. Lateral, again, a kind of lateral extension. So lifting, the neck can also move, the head can move to the sides. Great. And then go back down to the floor into hands and knees. And stretch the right leg back, keeping the toes on the floor. Steady through your arms. And an evenness in through your center. So we want to have the feeling that we can, the navel is a little bit hiding inside the body. And there, lift the leg off the floor so that it's just in line with your hip, not further up for now, just there. And then you're gonna inhale and bring the knee towards your head, the head towards the knee. And then again, going back as you inhale. As you exhale, you bring it close to you. As you inhale, you take it back. As you inhale, you bring it close. So you are working with this rhythm. Then bring the leg to the floor. You can also go into your fist, like so, if it gets too much for the wrist. And extend the leg back. So at this point, I want length, yeah, through the body. And then I go up. Again, I want length. The toes are pointing down. The heel is reaching back to the back wall. As I exhale, I'm going to bring the leg in, the knee towards the head. And then again, inhale, going back. And working this way with the exhalation, with the inhalation. So I'm articulating, but I'm adding the work of the legs. And then go back to the center. And go back and sit on your heels to rest the wrist and the arms and reach up and open the palms. And use this moment to release the wrist, because it can be quite strong in the wrist. Bring the hands together, going through the middle. Bring the arms back, interlock your fingers. And there you can take the arms away and open the chest. This is gonna bring this movement to your spine. Upper chest opening. Jaw relaxing. Okay, then go back to this position. Take the right leg back. And take the left arm now. So you are standing on 2 points. 2 points. And don't keep it fixed. Allow it to move. In fact, imagine you are losing your balance. Yeah? And so play with losing the balance and gaining it. Great. And change. Take the left leg back and the right arm forward. Almost as if you are, yeah? So instead of steady, no steady, like, oh, balancing. The picture is the balancing. And then come back down. Okay, so go back on now to your toes. But this time, we're going to start to come up. Hands are close to your knees. And you push with your toes. Yeah. So we do it a few times. So we go, we push with the hands. Find aliveness, do it with ease. And then at the next one, you can stay on your feet. Trunk towards the legs. Head hanging. Arms dropping. Knees a little bent. And as you're there, you can sway the trunk a little bit side to side, swaying the arms with the knees a little bent and the feet very, very strong and stable. Then coming to the center, have the knees bent. And with the knees bent, push into the ground and start to come up, but take your time, don't just go up. Push into the ground, nearly coming up, but not yet. Push into the ground, nearly coming up, not yet. And then go until you can actually stand on your feet. Wow, that's quite a journey. Sometimes to come up onto the feet. Give a little shake there. Feel this movement of the joints. This is why we can do what we do with the bodies, because we have joints that have enough suppleness and strength. They're too supple, we would just collapse like a bag of bones. Yeah. But if we are too straight, then we wouldn't be able to have this capacity. So, yeah. Little shake, a bit more, just from an action of your legs. Feel your out breath. Feel the exhalation. Great. And then, I was going to say stop it, but I'm going to say the opposite. I'm going to say increase it a little bit. Just go a little bit more like, like it becomes a really fast. Really fast shaking. And then you can stop and feel what is left after this shaking action. Notice your breath. Notice the feeling in your arms. Down your back. Now the inhalation may feel longer. Also the exhalation. And bend the knees. Yeah, I'll show from the side. We bend the knees and we go forward. Keeping the knees bent. And here we want to find long spine. Yeah? And take the arms by the side. The feet, the legs are strong, and this elongation through the body. And then I'm going to release down. Put the left leg. Here I can so well see my toes and make sure the toes are spreading well. There's good contact with the ground. The knees can be a little bent. I'm going to come up by pushing into the ground. This is really essential. You push into the ground, your knees are bent. You keep pushing into the ground. And this brings you to a standing. Find balance in your feet. Where are you in your feet? Are you in your toes? Are you in your heels? Are you both in toes and heels? This brings a massive difference, yeah? To where I am on my axis, on my toes. So play with go more to your toes. See how that feels. Going more to the toes. What happens? Going more to the heels. What happens? Going to the toes and to the heels at the same time. And then seeing what happens. Great. Taking one arm up. We also do the lateral extension in stand and reaching up. And just like we did when sitting, I don't stay fixed. I'm just like, what is this movement? What can I move there? Looking down into something, looking up to something with this body position. And then release. I'm making this arm heavy, like heavy arm. The arm that was just lifting, heavy arm. Great. And taking the other arm up and reaching up and to the side. And just like before, like not stopping in a position, but I'm reaching. I'm extending laterally and looking up. I can look down. The other arm is hanging. Mouth relax, jaw relax. Then center and coming down. Feel heavy arm. With both arms heavy at this point. Like heavy arm. So feel heavy arm, heavy left arm, so heavy that it pulls you down. See what's that feeling like? So heavy arm will also mean heavy shoulder, yeah? Like, wow. And then come back up. And then heavy other side, heavy right. So much that it could just take you down. Great. Once more to the left, heavy left arm and shoulder. Go with it and coming up. Heavy right. Coming up. Yeah? And center. Great. So what I want to do with that, why this, I play a lot with images and sensations, exploring sensations, because I can elicit something different in my body. Yeah? And sometimes there is all this tension, how I can get rid of this tension. And it's just like feeling heavy arms. Yeah? So let's continue. So bending the knees and moving forward and have the hands on your pelvis. This we did before. And lengthening. Okay. I have to draw in the navel a little bit into my body. And I come more into my center. Feel the toes, feel the feet on the ground. And the navel, drawing it into the body. And now arms by the side. Okay, great. And then arms forward, so that's different. And arms go forward, and the sit bones go a little bit back. And you are there, like lengthening in both directions. Knees bent, lengthening in both directions. Arms going forward, and sit bones going back. And some lateral movement. And then release. Let go. Press with the heel bones, press with the toes. Let the weight of the head drop. And then roll the spine up. Push into the ground. Right? And you can come up. So you can see how I can, when I create two different directions, I create a lot of space in the body. So we'll repeat this one. And it's, yeah, in one direction with the arms, in another with the sit bones. So bending, going forward, to go straight into it. So reaching forward with the hands on the arms and the feeling of going back through your sit bones to elongate the spine. And not staying fixed in it, but find some movement, like, oh, and giving some texture to your muscles, yeah? Now use your muscles to create this. So push into the ground, use your muscles. Great, and release down. And perhaps even it feels longer now. It feels like the head can drop closer to the ground. And you can press the fingertips into the floor, or if you don't reach the floor, into your legs, and look up. So look up with the chest. And press with the feet on the ground. Press with the fingertips, and release. And take the arms back, interlace your fingers, and take the arms up and over. And breathe in. Exhale, release. And then roll up to standing. until you come up. Great. And shift the weight from one foot to the other in a way that you want to create some undulation of your spine. Some movement here of the spine, so we don't, again, I think my theme today is don't stay fixed in a position. And then we'll change that into a circling of the pelvis. Great. So in order to circle the pelvis better, you bend the knees a little. Because if I'm locking my knees, it's a bit like robotic. So I bend the knees, and then it's easier to create this movement, this circling movement. Arms just hanging by the side, don't doing anything with the arms. Great, change the direction of your circling. Great. Then come back to the middle. And inhale, take the arms up. And exhale to bend the knees. And now it's like before, you were doing like this, but in standing. So arms are going in one direction, and the sit bones, the pelvis is going in the other direction. Going into opposite direction, and then inhale, and come up, and let's go. Yeah. So when you come up, is this, yeah, and you can go up. Inhale, exhale. Here you are containing these two directions to create strength in your legs and in your center. And then you are going to propel yourself up. So you have to push into the ground and inhale. Exhale. Okay. And then a little bit of swaying motion. Relaxing. Inhale, going up. Exhale, bend the knees. Yes, and they're in two directions. And then I push into the ground and I go up. And center. And we'll do one more. Let's see if you can find that different. And it's different. The holding and then the going up. Yeah? And you go up because you go down. This is very important. So you go into Utkatasana, you hold it there. Of course, finding all this relaxation in the jaw, in the face, and then you go pushing into the ground and then coming up. Yeah, it's like this, open this bottle of champagne. Great. Little shake in the ankles. Feet, knees closer together. So you have contact on the inside of your knees. And circle the knees. In one direction, in the other direction. So we're doing the movement primarily from the knees, yeah? Now, of course, there is an action in the ankles, which is very healthy. Action for the ankles and in the pelvis. And then you can let go and go forward. This time with the feet closer together in Uttanasana. Long, long body, dropping, looking forward. Exhale, release. And you can hold onto your legs, whether it's your ankles or the backs of your calves, your lower legs. And the feeling of getting really close to your body. How close can you get your legs to your trunk without too much force? But getting really close. And even the chin, bringing it to your chest, but you want to curl in like a cat that is just rolling in, curling in. We want to become very compact. And then you start to unwind this compact feeling. Yeah. And you look forward without pushing. That's great. And then let's do one more. So you go close to your legs, like curling in, becoming very compact. Breathing into this compact position. And then undoing this action. And you can keep going, bending the knees, and coming up and open the arms and reach up. And now you are the opposite, yeah? Before you were this compact, so close to your legs. And now legs are far away. And you can go up. And you can interlock your fingers with the index finger pointing up. It gives more of a sense of upward direction, upward movement. And find some space here between your ribs and your hips. The skin stretching. Go behind the skin, under the skin, and feel what is moving. Create some lateral also movement. And then coming down to the center. Okay. And just some shaking of arms, legs. Great. And we'll go down to the floor. And we'll bring the legs forward. And the knees are a little bit bent. So you can be well on your sit bones. And yeah, try to relax, be loose in your shoulders from there. But I'm sure you will have a readiness for your center, for your core and your spine to be there. Not feeling heavy and dropping, but it's a readiness because we've really stimulated the spine. And you have contact here with your heels on the floor, and you can see your toes, feel your toes. Don't let them go sleep. So you inhale and take the arms up. And also here in this position, find these two directions. Okay, one is clear, is up through the arms, and the other one is down. Okay, but down is the earth. Anyway, I go into the earth. With what? With my sit bones. So I go with my sit bones into the earth. I want to press down, and this can create a tremendous stimulation, activation of your center. And I feel the hands, and I feel the toes and the feet. Everything really active. And then let go. Okay, cross your legs. And I hope you can really feel when that happens is, wow, the core really becomes alive. You don't need to do a special thing, exercise to, enliven the core, just create these two directions. So we do now in this cross leg position. Okay, this is easy, we always do. Yeah, now what I'm adding new to it is I want you to feel the contact with your sit bones into the ground, press against it, and at the same time reach up Yeah, feel your hands, feel your toes also in this position, your feet. We allow for a connection of legs with trunk, legs with trunk. Okay, then hands together and go through the center. And rest the hands. Okay. Release the jaw. Sometimes we get so concentrated in something and builds up tension. So some unseen faces. Some opening of the mouth. Closing. Some lean forward. Okay, and we'll do it once more. With the legs forward. And up. But the knees bent. And engage. Engage means feel the ground, press into it with your sit bones, activate the palms, and let all this energy be really run through your trunk. And it travels. If it wants to travel, then you help it to travel. So I help it to travel and make little adjustments. Okay, then coming down and crossing the legs. And going up. And then engaging with the sit bones on the ground, activating. Where do the arms go? Well, it could be there, it could be here. So for people it's so different, depends on their structure. Activating and then coming down. Inhale, exhale, twist to one side. And when you are in the twist, again, activate by feeling the ground underneath, through your hands, through your feet, but release the mouth and the jaw. And back to the center. Inhale, exhale and turn. Activate into the contact. Also with your hand on the knee and with the hand behind you on the floor. And notice the difference when you engage with the ground through your sit bones. And then come back to the center. And exhale, soften forward a little bit. And then come up. And half circle at the front. Second, we go to where we started from with this soothing movement of half circle going from sit bone to sit bone, relaxing the jaw, the face, and then a full circle. In one direction, in the other direction. Great. Come into the center, wrap the hands together, and bring these hands to the sides of the neck, under the ears. And feel the contact of your hand to your neck. And release the jaw and soften there in the neck. Hands down. And we'll prepare for Shavasana. So you can lie on your back You can have the knees bent if there is any problem with your lower back, or just lying directly on the floor, or with a small blanket under your neck and head. And just let yourself completely rest there. Settling the bones into the ground. Settling into your own breath. Completely letting go. Softening the eyes. The cheeks. The forehead. The lips. The mouth. The tongue. Softening the palms, the hands, the fingers. Settling more and more into the ground. Through sensing and receiving our body, the experience of being in our body, we can discover it as a vast and multifaceted thing. A veritable expanding universe. Always there, ready to be discovered. Only if we give our full attention. And just when you're ready, take a deeper breath in. Full exhale. Get some movement back into your toes, fingers. Come back to the space that surrounds you. Perhaps with the refreshed feeling. Great. So thank you very much